Yeah, Jamie. Suddenly I'm up to 534 subscribers. So, right? I mean, I noticed one person had subscribed, but it didn't tell me that four did, but the numbers just move around. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get going on. There's a lot to do today. A lot. I watched S Darko. Like I really, really, really. Uh, I don't know what I got out of it. It was a lot of symbolism and a lot of end times symbolism. You make sure I get it all in. Yeah, I showed y'all that guy. Unicorn, white horse. Okay. Uh, on the comments, Robin said I'm pretty insightful, and this may be nothing. And if you get a chance, look into the lyrics of times they are changing. Well, thank you, Ms. Robin. We're glad to have you here. I'm not sure if I've got you on my Facebook or not, but you've commented here before for sure. So just stick with us. And anything I get right, that's the Holy Spirit. Anything that's incorrect, that's just my flesh. That's all I can say. When I teach the truth in God's word, um, that I know is correct. Trying to figure out when Trump's going to be assassinated, that's a lot of speculation. And we'll get into that today because today's a big day. Janice Tennant. Well, but we also figured out on the last post that Tennant could be 1010, which is the 20th of January. It is 121 days after 9/11, which I thought was huge because 121 was all over The Dark Knight Rises. But could that not be January 21st? And since that's coded into when he rises, couldn't he go down on the 19th? Hmm. Because the 21st is a Thursday. So I guess we can get rid of today's and make room for the 19th, which to me would make a lot of sense uh, because, well, think about it like this. Till Tuesday had a song in Donnie Darko. And so what you see before us is the 18th, the 19th, the 20th, the 21st. I mean, it's like, boom, 4 big days going on there. Till Tuesday. And since 121 was coded throughout rises, then 2 days previous would be the offing day. Okay. We're just going to have to go with till Tuesday, January 19th. When is MLK Day? It's the 18th, right? Yeah, it'd be our first day back after MLK Day. Yeah. And if MLK is 121 from our target date of May 19th. Then 119 days would be on Wednesday the 20th, 119. That's Donald's name. That's Donald. Donald comes to 119 in gematria, which you see throughout Back to the Future. And we're going to show you that Donald is in this movie. That's Darko. And Robin McDaniel wanted me to go through, she said that the song Times Are a Changin' popped in her head. And it does have, talks about how I met the waters around you have grown. Because we talked about how the waters are going to rise, simulating global warming when they melt the North Pole, melt the abyss, and or melt the South Pole. There's just, the waters are going to rise. It says you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. The times are, come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. There was something else that I came across. The line is drawn, the curse is cast. There it is. There's a battle outside raging. It'll shake your windows and rattle your walls, which would definitely speak to World War III. And when World War III takes place, the waters are going to rise. Did the Ghost in the Machine write that song for Bob Dylan, who was an amazing so-called poet? Nah, more than likely. Let's just search it here. It says devil, so we'll go ahead and you can tell they've kind of removed it. Hopefully it's this one.
What story has had the greatest?
That was for me the immigrants who were fleeing.
I'll find it for you. Hang on. I'm not going to waste your time.
Why do you still do it? Why you?
So, didn't take but a second. It just popped up on a regular search just for the 60 Minutes interview. Let's speed it up till we get to the exact part we're looking for.
Still out here. Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I made a bargain with it, a long time ago, and
Made a bargain with it. Made a bargain with the devil.
I'm holding up my hand
Holding up his end of the bargain
What was your bargain?
to get where I am now.
to get where he's at
Ask who you made the bargain with.
with
with the chief commander.
with the chief, with the chief, with the chief, chief commander. And then in a world we can't see, and then in a world we can't earth, and then this earth,
On this earth?
and
On this earth?
and this earth, and then in a world we can't earth, and then in a world we can't, and then in a world we can't see.
You ever look at me?
So he made a deal with the chief commander, and he said the chief commander of this earth, and he said, well, this earth in a world we can't see. So he was telling you that he was in the world of Satan. Now, I feel the Ghost in the Machine, of course, was already in play back in these times through the 60s, writing the music. The computer was already there. As soon as they were able to have electricity and a speaker, then Satan could speak to them through a speaker. So as soon as they made that, you had your artificial intelligent computer. Then he taught them how to make the computer, scripted the reality, gave them the orders that they would follow. America took out leaders, placed in leaders that would follow along. And that was it. You've had a very scripted, you've had a New World Order Earth under the New World Order. The guy in Iraq, that was either acting or a fall guy job. Or he just really wasn't going to comply with Satan's wishes. He was going to run Iraq on his own. And they came in and took him out. So I can't even think of his name. So I forget his name. Osama bin Laden just keeps popping up in my head because I'm watching Loose Change and American Coup. Started that last night. But anyway, this one here said, did John Lennon sell his soul to the devil? Well, I mean, they all were. Everybody in your music industry is of that world. So anyway, I hope that helps, Robin. And Max said, eternal torment equals time to leave Christianity. Well, yeah. I guess that's what you mean. I don't know whether to like it or not, because is he saying, because it's hell is not eternal torment. So he's new. Not really sure what Max is saying for sure there. So I didn't want to like it for sure because it's never a time to leave true Christianity. But if he's saying, well, if you believe in eternal torment for people that God has already appointed as a vessel of wrath fitted to destruction, not torment, then it's time to leave that fake church you're in. Then yeah, we're with you. Could the V have a VMA2 gene? I can't, you're never going to figure out what is in it, because that's a gigantic psychological operation. There's no way you're going to know what's in it, but we know that they always said they were going to chip us. Be aware of the microchip. That'll be the mark of the beast and all that kind of stuff, which looking back can't be the mark of the beast. Because back then I was tricked, just like everybody's tricked today, into thinking, well, if it's buying or selling, that's mark of the beast. Oh, what about if the Antichrist hasn't returned from the dead yet, and you haven't worshipped the image of the beast per the false prophet's instructions? Then is that microchip a mark? No. So, but since, that was their psychological operation, was the chip. And we've seen now that if there was a chip, it would just be to connect you to the technology. So the fallen ones enter into you. And now, instead of a chip, they just give you the V, give you the poke. That's best I can come up with at this particular time. But that's all it is. It's connected to the technology. Which means if you're connected, does it save you? Because it's a directed energy weapon. The technology is. I've heard that this millimeter waves is the same thing that was used in riot control. Just knock humans right down. Just knock them down like a blast. In that sense, since it's all set up everywhere in every city, and they're everywhere, they have to be close together. Well, they could just start knocking people down. You don't have to be connected to it. Maybe if you are connected to it, you won't be hurt. I don't know. That's why they seem to be discouraging, um, quote unquote, uh, church people, Christians, or Trump fans to stay away from it. I'm seeing stuff everywhere. I saw one today, still looked fishy, and it talked about artificial intelligence is working with this vaccine. It talked about stuff that was in it, 14-year-old, 14-day-old fetus, or, you know, is in it. So Christians need to beware. So my take all along, way back in like May, in June, when the talk of a vaccine started coming out, and copper was mentioned. Copper is what grounds you and protects you from EMFs. So, and there's Pennywise, and there's copper, and a lot of Into the Stars has talked a lot about copper. So, what if the poke is to connect you to the technology? Or what if the poke is just to protect you from when they turn up the technology and start killing people? But see, World War III is coming, which there's not going to be a lot of electricity in a lot of places, and we bombs dropping everywhere. So I don't, how's, is bombs going to be dropping and the technology is going to be turning up? So at this point, not there's so much ambiguity. There's too many things to try to pinpoint and follow. Best guess, stay with the Bible. Excuse me, my best suggestion is to just stick with what the Bible says. War, famine, death, war by the sword. You can imagine what the famine that comes from, because we've all been relied on trucks bringing food to us. When the trucks stop rolling, then you don't have any food anymore. So at that point, you'll need the United Nations or military to feed you during World War III. At that point, will they also be saying, you're going to take this poke? And if you refuse, what do they do to you then? Put you in a camp? I mean, I just don't know. And if you're in a camp, then you're already rounded up for mark of the beast time, and the sheep don't accept it. They just start. That's why I'm saying Jesus returning would be pretty quick, because as the fallen ones enter into the humans, holding their bodies like human body will be like an avatar, and the fallen ones will take over the body, and I think the human will die at that point. They'll be raised and judged and destroyed on Judgment Day, but that you'll have a demonic spirit running that human body, which is why it lives forever. And which is why they receive torment day and night forever and ever. Those that take the mark and the beast, false prophet, and Satan. Only time eternal torment is mentioned. So, anyway, get rid of that. Let's hit the prep. There's some items we need to gematria, Michael. I did not do them in advance, but I think it's going to give us a really big first thing we want to gematria is that name, William Moorcroft. William Billy Moorcroft, or Billy Moorcroft. It's got Trump's name, Trump's birthday, 6/14, when this was printed. Let me just look at it myself. Let's get this over with. I'm just going to do this with y'all. If you see something I don't see, because I scroll pretty quick. I don't know if I'm lazy or I just feel my eyes can pick stuff up. triple eights is God, which of course is 888 is Donald J. Trump. So triple eights is God. So, I mean, and that might be all it is. That might be the only reason they put that in there. By the way, I've got all three names in there. Mike Pence, Antichrist, of course. I mean, my eyes are looking for Donald Trump or dates. Really, anything else. Trump gets COVID is funny. So I'm not going to worry about September the 7th. It's a long way off. Donald Trump impeached comes up a lot. Nineteen 1985 came up. October 28th. October 20th. Not bad. So just not seeing anything there with William Moorcroft. On William Billy Moorcroft. Does have an 88 in one of the numbers. We did get that one item there out of the last one. And Michael, if you want to take your time and do a better job, in case there's something I missed. I just looked for the real. Did I click it? I didn't see anything change. Did y'all see it change? I feel like my eyes can search it pretty quick for what I'm looking for. Didn't get anything out of that. We'll go one more round. January 2015. Not a date we're looking for. And then you just get Billy Moorcroft. You got Order Out of Chaos. January 7th is come and gone. And there's another name in here that's really, I think, going to be more telling than the kid that's captured. And that, I will show y'all why that's one when I gematria that one. We're definitely going to take a stronger look at it. But at least you do see Trump's birthday in there. All right. By the way, O.J. Simpson, White Bronco, rider on the white horse, was the whole O.J. thing a psyop? I've had to come to grips with that because, of course, I was deep into that. You know, the whole country was, and we were all captivated by it. And, I mean, was the guy's son really killed? The dad, was he that good of an actor? Because the dad really looked upset. And the sister. But you just don't know. Or was it staged and he was killed? you know, but so it's very hard because that's Rider on the White Horse. And I wonder what the gematria is for O.J. Simpson because A.C. Cowlings, that's Antichrist. A.C. A.C. Cowlings, White Bronco Chase. Well, his birthday's 2 days after Trump. 1 year after Trump. That's interesting. 2 days after, 1 year after, 21. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, A.C. Cowlings and O.J. Simpson, that would be an interesting gematria search. The movie begins on June 29th, just like the other one was October 2nd. June 29th, 1985. And that's when they give you 4 days, 17 hours, 26 minutes, 31 seconds. That's the day the world will end. Let me do a gematria on that real quick and see if we get a date. No, I'm not going to bother because the numbers, you'd have to spell out those numbers. It would be very long. 4, 17, 26, 31, along with, I don't know, like maybe just the numbers spelled out would give us something in gematria. And that's something I can do when I got time to do it. There was a 121 on a fire truck, and it's the only thing that hasn't, everything else popped up for me. And that one just won't come up. What do you know? There was a fire truck, y'all, that had a 121 on it. And maybe we'll see it on a video. I'm not sure. Let's watch the video. Let's watch some videos of the movie first. And then come back. To the rest of the prep. It's frozen. There's a unicorn floating around in the clouds, but it's not coming up on the screen, but the music's playing from the movie. That was weird. There it goes. There's the unicorn. Why did we just get sound the last time? See the unicorn? Well, it's a rider on the white horse with a horn. That's Trump. He's hearing his own name. So there's that. And Notre Dame burned. This one gave me a copyright claim. And that gave me a copyright claim. None of the other ones did. I guess I need to be careful about how long I play it, huh? Oh, I know what this was. They burned down a church, which reminded me of when they burned down the... Wasn't there an Elton John song? Burn down the mission. Burn down the mission. In the Catholic Church, a lot of what they do, they refer to as missions. The beginning of the end starts here. And the beginning of the end was when they burned down that Notre Dame church, I guess, is what they're saying. That guy, we want to definitely gematria his name. We got his full name on tags because he seems to be playing the Donald Trump character in the movie. By the way, it was a B movie. I mean, it was a terrible movie. It's rated 3.6, which is about as low as I've ever seen any movie. But I was interested in it. It kept my attention because I knew what I was watching. But they didn't want anybody else to watch it, which made me think there's a ton of symbology in it. So it was a brick church that was completely destroyed, just like 9/11. A fire could not have done to the church, and they speak to that. Three days remain or 3 years remain? When did the Notre Dame church get brought down? Days equaling years again, that whole way of looking at dates. Notre Dame Cathedral burns to the ground.
According to Wikipedia, on the 15th of April 2019, just before 1820 Central Europe summertime, a structure fire broke out beneath the roof of Notre Dame de Paris Cathedral in Paris.
3 days remain, and y'all, that's till the Lord comes. They show you the sun and moon and stars crashing down in this movie. 20, 21, 22. That would have the Lord coming back by 2022, which is more of the way I see it. I don't see that 2024 X across America coming. I just don't. So definitely like that part of it. Or 2023 at the latest. Because then after that took place, was that the day before and then 3 days later? Excuse me. So not real sure. Yeah, Justin Sparrow is his name. That one says Justin Sparrow time travel. We're going to look at, and he's also called Iraq Jack. So let's look at that real quick before we even go any further. Well, Iraq Jack comes up, robot, on the first round. Justin Sparrow. Which was the name of the guy that I think is playing the Trump character. We get artificial intelligence, which of course is the ghost in the machine. November 17 is 11:17, which is the deadly wound Bible verse, Zechariah 11:17. Office of the President-elect, I saw. Nothing there. We go to Justin Sparrow. See, he's the grandson of that lady that wrote the time travel book in the original Donnie Darko. Trump knows you. That's funny. Donald Trump wins. Concentration camps. Rain Man. That was one of the creepiest things I ever watched, was what Rain Man really was. That Rain Man was Satan. It was a music. It was a Muslim, like it was the oh, Farrakhan group breaking down the evils. You know, they were like, "Hey, we're right there with you, Christians. We're the Farrakhan Muslim organization. We're telling you how wicked the music industry is," and they broke down so much stuff. And but it was so creepy to watch the way they did the music they had with it. So we just figured that they were just showing us the truth, weren't they? Not really seeing anything. I really thought there would be more. I really, 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 really thought there would be more. I was looking for a Trump assassination date's what I was looking for. Guess we're not going to get anything there. May 28th, Donald, whatever. No. Okay. Just deal with it, Stokes. Nothing there. Let's keep going. (9/11 ? Question mark. Are they telling you about 9/11? See the steel up in the air like 9/11 was?
Melted from the heat.
Melted from the heat. I mean, I'm watching Loose Change right now. I mean, that building was built. Those twin towers were built. The steel was on the outside. There is no way that building fell like it would have fell from a jet hitting it. I think if 10 jets would have hit it, it wouldn't have even have come close to falling like it fell. If 20 jets would have hit it, it would have not even come close to falling like it fell. You with me on that? So the way that towers 1, 2, and 7 fell, I think we all know, controlled demolitions.
This church was made of brick.
It's made of brick.
These crosses made of iron.
The crosses made of iron. See the steel popping up, just how the twin towers still had some. Same thing.
You think a simple fire did it?
You think a simple jet flying into, what floor did they fly into? Was it the 88th floor? That'd be funny, wouldn't it? What floor did the jet fly into, Twin Towers?
According to Wikipedia, 8 hours 46 minutes and 40 seconds, Flight 11 crashes into the north face of the North Tower of the World Trade Center, between floors 93 and 99.
Okay. What floor did they crash into World Trade Center 2?
According to Wikipedia, 9 hours 2 minutes and 57 seconds, Flight 175 crashes into the south face of the South Tower of the World Trade Center, between floors 77 and 85.
Loose change. I'm really digging watching that.
Yes. What are you saying then, John?
What are you saying, man? This preacher, of course, he tells the truth about everything is God's will. Everything is God's will. And then he starts putting his hand on these girls' legs, starts making a move on her. So he tells you the truth of the word of God. And then, of course, just, turns into a TERD.
I'm saying there are forces at work here.
And that's, of course, what the Twin Towers coming down was really all about. It's nuclear. Nanothermite was found everywhere. And of course, there was probably something spiritual taking place then too.
I feel it in my soul. Something evil.
You, you're not kidding. When we know what we know now and watch those twin towers go down.
Here we go.
When we watch those twin towers go down now, we really see the evil. We really do. Let me make sure I haven't skipped anything. And this one has $119, which of course Donald Trump. 119 is Donald. I'm sorry, not Donald Trump, just Donald.
But you can find her.
So that was this Billy Moorhead guy. I really watched those numbers when they clicked, and because they will start to move. I don't know if it's this clip. Commentary. In those numbers, I went frame by frame on those numbers. And then you get the end. A 10 did pop up.
It's already begun.
It's already begun.
You don't have much time.
You don't have much time. And then you don't, I think that's why I wanted to show you this. You don't have much time, and they give you Donald. That's pretty much what this video is about. And there's the 119. And I took a picture of it, and it's in the, hopefully it comes up. The 121 on the fire truck did not come up. I've already sealed the movie to be mailed. I'm not going to go back in there and reshoot it. So as Darko, it's like it's giving you stuff. But I didn't find that smoking gun I was looking for. I don't think. This one is called Going Back in Time, Reversing Time, Time Travel, the usual theme. Yes. So I could speed this up and just show you. Do anything to take it all back. And it's all about time travel. Once again. See everything now going backwards. And there's the philosophy of time travel, Roberta Sparrow. And of course, this is the grandson, Justin Sparrow. Justin is the words just in. So now she's alive again. Her friend Samantha is alive again. That was Samantha Darko. So there is time travel. There's, reversing events and so forth as a central theme. What would you expect out of a Donnie Darko movie? Skyfall. Well, sky starts falling. This is the end times. This isn't Trump dying. This is like end time stuff they're showing you. So it's 16 seconds long, so we'll break it up. But see the sun, moon, and stars crashing down, basically? Or the James Bond movie Skyfall. Same. There's a lot of, there's stags throughout, which I just took pictures of those. The stags. Stag imagery on walls and so forth. Shown multiple times. crown of thorns on the rabbit, bus 404, and better view of the crowns. That's really all we got left of the videos. It was an interesting movie for me to watch. I don't know if this breakdown is very interesting. Again, the rabbit horns are on. There's crown of thorns around. You can barely see it. So it's the Antichrist. Justin Sparrow plays the role of the Antichrist. We didn't see much in the gematria in any of that, unfortunately. And there's a sun, moon, and there's skyfall taking place. You know, the wrath of God. So there you can see the crown of thorns a little bit easier there. See that circle of like barbed wire around there? Kind of like that prison wire. A little bit of barb. There's a barb. Barb. I'll slow it way down for you. And I think we'll be able to see it if I get it really slow. Right there, it's the wire. Again with a creepy, rabbit. Oh, there was one thing called that. There's another thing we need to definitely gematria that might tell us something. I'm not trying to keep you on here because I monetize my channel, because I don't. So I'm not trying to give you cliffhangers to stick around. But I could speed this way up. This is the end of the movie. And there's 404 verses in the book of Revelation. And I told y'all when I was born, that was my address, 404 Lime Street, downtown Auburndale, which is now a church parking lot. So, and the church that we did my mom's memorial, First Missionary Baptist, I believe is the name of it. But yeah, she's getting in that bus, man. The book of Revelation bus. Climb aboard. We are all aboard right now, whether we want to be or not. This one here says better view of crown of thorns. I think we already showed it. And I don't actually know if it's a better view, to be honest with you.
Why did you show me this?
Right up there, you can see it. The barb, the wire around it. Right there, you can see the wiring. So he's got like prison barbed wire, crown of thorns, and he said it hurt to put it on.
I died for you.
When he put it on, I died for you. Will you do the same for me? So I will die for you. Prince song, I will die for you. Hey. And you can see all around there that barbed wire in the back, the front.
Will you do the same? Tell me when to draw. It hurts. Remember,
It hurts.
you need to get to the high ground.
Pretty cheesy movie. Yes. I mean, out of sheer curiosity, I gutted that movie out. I could say I did it for y'all, but if I didn't even have this channel, I'd have watched it just for me. All right, let's finish up. There's one other we want a gematria. The 121 is just not coming up for me. That really bums me out. There's a 121 on the fire truck, and there was no fire. There's a sun wheel, and while one of the girls is in conversation, an 8-wheel disc is the sun god. 1, 2, 3 on the top, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. Of course, 2 on the side. 3 plus 3 plus 2. It's 8. Sun wheel disc. Sun god disc. We'll call it sun god disc. That doesn't really give it to us. You have to say wheel. Wheel of Fortune. Well, there it is. 1, 2, 3 on top, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, and the 2 on the side. It's 8 total. That's good enough. That's all you're going to see. Sun wheel disc. I don't know. I'm doing a terrible job of searching. 8-pointed sun god wheel disc. Again, 1, 2, 3 on the top, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, 2 on the side. 1, 2, 3 on the top, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 on the top, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, 2 on the side. Remember Trump's ashtray or Biff's ashtray in Back to the Future 2 had that exact same emblem on the matches. We showed y'all that many times. There's what I was looking for. The Wheel of Dharma. 1, 2, 3 on top, 1, 2, 3 on bottom, 2 on the side. Same. So they stick that right up there for us in the movie. There's a stag. Yay. Stag while lady is looking at William Billy Moorcroft missing photo. S. Darko. It does have the 127 in the, you know, that prominent number that always came up in a number that you multiply by each year, 627, 127, 627, 120. It's in the middle. And S. Darko has the 127 in it. Prep. Lynn Wood. Be prepared for an imminent blackout. President Trump will be using emergency broadcast system. We have a man of courage and faith at the helm. He will be at the helm 4 more years per the rule of law. Pray for president, our country, and all steady. That was a tweet by this Lynn Wood character. Look at that, 33. All seeing eye. So Justin Ward. Okay. Justin Ward Sparrow. So we still have more gematria to do. Hang on. Well, we finally got a date. We did get January 26th, which is 2 days before the full moon. And it does show him rising in I Pet Goat 2, which the book that they were reading at the Twin Towers was called The Pet Goat, as I'm seeing Loose Change again. It wasn't called I Pet Goat. Book The Pet Goat. The Pet Goat. The Pet Goat. Then they call I Pet Goat 2. But the original book was The Pet Goat. Let's look at it and see if there's anything there for us. Like, when was the book published? When was it released? Doesn't tell us anything. Okay. But that's something. Justin Ward Sparrow gives us January 26th. January 26th is already up there because 121, New World Order and Other Things per Michael's Gematria. It comes to this date, third day from the 24th. Wow. So Michael in a Gematria search also came up with this date. Remember, the full wolf moon is the 28th. 121, New World Order and Other Things per Michael's Gematria. What was it that you were gematriaing, Michael, that gave us that? Well, I should have copied both at the same time. Well, we may have found what we were looking for. So we'll color code these the same because yeah, interesting. Could be nothing. It could be everything. He's got to go down in January, doesn't he? Janice? I mean, Goldeneye? Got to. Got to go down in January. Got to get the Dark Winter. Gotta. So, the second coming of Jesus comes up. Well, this seems to be our hot button right here. This seems to be what they wanted to give us. Was Justin Ward Sparrow, his full name, which was on his dog tags. Donald Trump and Hillary. Okay. Like I said, my eyes are looking for Donald Trump and dates. It's really all like I'm really looking for. January 26th again. So let's just say that that's what they're telling us there. If you just search Justin Ward, which was the name on the dog tag, because Sparrow was above it. We get COVID-19, Freemasonry. This one's popped up a lot. I've seen this one many times. As Michael has said before, like it's the same, a recurring theme sort of. Anyway, I guess we got what we were looking for. January 26th could be the big day. Could be the big day. Could be the big day. I don't know. We don't know. So let's finish this video out. The numbers 29743. You got the word positive. You got the word SCOPALIA. Okay, let me go ahead and put that in. Hang on. Well, nothing came up for scopalia or drop the A, because the A was, but the word positive was above it. And when I got to that, it did give me, well, the beginning of the end. What was it I found? There's 88 years. What was it I found? Hang on. Oh, Donald Trump in the Bible. Society of Jesus, of course. The Perfect Storm. June 21. But Donald Trump in the Bible, well, of course, he's the Antichrist. And there's an 88 years. Not that 88 years means anything, but 88 always means something with us. Alien arrival, USA. This one here says January 18th. So I guess we should put that in. That's a date that hasn't come up yet. And that's already in there. Oh, that's the Donnie Darko date. You put the Donnie Darko time frame. 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. That's the day the world will end. That comes up on MLK Day. So that came up on positive. So the movie has given us 2 different dates with stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, it was called Positive. Let's see. Oh, I can't remember. Positive. SCOPAL. So I included the A because the A is there. And we know that's a P because there's nothing else that makes that. So when we key in that, we get one of the big dates. So that's what we're looking for, y'all. That's what we're looking for, y'all. Is that my Bane imitation? ALIA, right? ALIA. Okay. Wow. So it's given us 2 dates that were already on our list. It seems like in The Dark Knight Rises, one of the other trucks was 118. I don't remember one being 112. Yeah, I guess it was 112, wasn't it? thought it was 212. I don't know. If I really get a lot of time on my hands, I'll go back and look. Well, we're putting a lot of dates in there, aren't we? So I can bring down the font a little bit. Oh, well, good enough. So to wrap it up, Camp David comes to Egypt, Nimrod, and Crown. Okay. In Gematria. Camp David comes to Goodbye and Goddess. Okay. The flame was over his right eye. Here's his other eye, because that's his ear, eye, nose, and that's his eye right there. It showed up in the movie, like I was looking at it on the screen, and you could see the eye, but on the camera shot, you just couldn't. So the Blu-ray giving better resolutions, but that flame was right over his right eye. So he was definitely Frank's Echo Service. I definitely want to gematria this because he was all over that. That hat was all over the movie. And there, the S was included. Law and Order, Light of Jesus. There's definitely going to be some gematria in this one. I knew it. Oh, it's not Donald J. Trump. I didn't know nothing, did I? We'll see though. There's got to be a reason why that guy was wearing that hat all throughout the movie. January 11th pops up. Well, that's tomorrow. God, they're giving us a lot of dates, aren't they? So, okay. I mean, that's something that's big. We're getting what I want. I want dates. We're getting a lot of dates from this movie. That might be all we get, by the way. I mean, I can go through this thing 2 or 3 more times. You might not see anything else. Logic before authority. Daniel Alexander Cannons. Logic before authority. 1404. Is that why he chose that name? Has he been controlled opposition all along? I kind of sort of think so. No offense. It just doesn't seem like he's hitting on the things ever that we need him to hit on. And he seems to have all the tools. He's the one that showed me Trump was the Antichrist a long time ago. He hasn't done anything on that for forever. And if that's what logic before authority comes to, and he chose that name for a certain reason, Be funny if his name Daniel Alexander Cannon told us something, wouldn't it? Hi guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon for Logic Before Authority. He was searching something the other day and he didn't have it spelled right in gematria. The goddess Ishtar comes up. Anyway, I think we've got what we want from Frank's Echo. We got our date, which is what we're always looking for. Freemason game over. Okay. Set yourself free. All right, so we'll let that go. Let's see if we still got 534. Yep. Frank's Echo Service gave us a date. Now, this movie came up. I mean, walking by, excuse me, a movie theater, 12 Monkeys and Strange Days came up. Probably needed gematria that. Mike, I'm going to let you do that. That's 12 Monkeys, Strange Days. Only the light can save you. Of course, the light. Speaking of Lucifer, Lucifer is light. Notice the circle around the right eye. Only the light can save you, and it has a circle over the right eye. Are you kidding me? Alice in Wonderland as she's walking by. The movie was definitely done per Satan, AI, Ghost in the Machine, Illuminati direction. I mean, you got the right eye. Only the light can save you. Only Lucifer can bring you back from the dead. Other walking by, what was up there was Alice in Wonderland and Elements of Orion. Were those real movies, by the way? Elements of Orion, IMDb. Only the light can save you, IMDb. Were those real movies? No. So 2 of the movies were made up. Yeah. On the movie billboard. Or in the Windows advertisement as they were walking by. Upside down pentagram was nicely placed there, which I used to see that in movies. When the Lord first started bringing me out of the world, 2012, 2013, 2014, I learned what upside down pentagram. I could see upside down pentagrams in the backgrounds of movies non-stop. There's more of a bigger picture of the upside down pyramid, Alice in Wonderland, Elements of Orion. The other one had the other 2. Got the American flag and the tree goddess right there. The American flag is under Lucifer, the tree goddess. 10 did pop up. Nothing's happened to Trump today. There's that 119. I promised you I'd blow it up a little, show you a little better. S Darko start time and end time compared to the Donnie Darko, like June 19th. It didn't really give me anything. The ending times. She was told to walk in that direction, which was, of course, walking to the light. It was a gigantic light. Sam dies, and the end day is 4th of July. So Sam represents Uncle Sam, 4th of July. So basically just telling us that, you know, the United States is going down, I think, in my opinion. Red rum. The kid reminded me of the red rum kid from The Shining. That's all. That's all that picture was to, because that's what the kid looked like in the movie. Had red, had the hair. Had on red, had the hair. Same way I wore my hair. That's exactly what I looked like when I was a kid. Donnie died when she was 10. So I just thought, I saw the 10, so I was alerted. Y'all know me. I thought the 10th today could have been a big day, but apparently it's not, unless I missed something. Let's go back to the feed. See if anything's happened to Trump. Trump RV Skull and Bones 322 top exposing videos. Trump impeachment gains Republican support. Wow. Truth is stranger than fiction. The walk amongst the stones. Santa surfing. Aloha, Santa surfing. What'd she say?
Aloha, this is Santa surfing today.
And I'm a crazy witch.
Today is Sunday, January 10th, 2020.
You think? Thank you.
I do have another show. It is on my other channel.
Your other you got another channel, sister? I don't want to be missing that. It's just called Beach Broadcast. Okay. We've only got 57,000 subscribers on that one. Well, that's just the psyop of going, oh, I got to move stuff around,
Aloha, this is Santa surfing. Today is Sunday.
Full-blown witch from head to toe, from A to Z.
January 10th, 2020. I do have another show. It is on my other channel. Please follow it on the link below where it says full article video, and that will take you to the other channel, and it will be on Insurrection Act, ? Full throttle. That's the title. God bless you. See you there. Aloha.
Well, let's do it. What do you say? Okay.
Yeah. Aloha. This is Santa surfing.
Yeah.
Welcome to Beach Broadcast. Today is Sunday, January 10th, 2020. I want to thank you so much for all the cards that have been ordered for President Trump. I am going to be putting new cards up later today. The cards that we have that are
Trump cards, remember? There's 22 Trump cards in the tarot card deck.
these kids. They're really soft and fuzzy and cute. And they are already in the for President Trump's tweets because he no longer has a Twitter account for the Twitter account. He has a POTUS, but he's not posting on POTUS account because Twitter's the cars and traffic, right? Things that kind of we're seeing right now in the news, right? So this is it's coming through, guys. Are just started to come through, which is Trump's are just started to come through. So here I'm the profile picture is you've got Stephen Cortez. He's a part of the Trump campaign team. Look, this was a yesterday's post. They sure look confident. They sure look happy. Yeah, I know we miss hearing from our president.
Yeah.
There's a reason why, guys. He needs the silence right now. He needs to take care of a few things. But what's also happening is that the liberals they're sitting there scrolling through their phones or their devices looking for any kind of message from President Trump as well. And it's a brilliant plan. So before I get started, I want to give you my handles. Here's Santa Surfing. I'm on Gab. I'm going to say this. It's extremely slow. It's like super slow, and I can't retrieve my DMs. I did last night and I couldn't today. Santa Surfing on Parlor. I've been on Parlor for a little while now. I'm getting a little bit more active on Parlor, but I see DMs in there and I can't get to them and I want to. All right. And then here is my Discord. I'm going to share this. A lot of you have already, and I thank you so much. Have already sent invites for me to follow you back. I'm only right now. My that is blowing up right now. So I'm only able to follow a few at this time, but you can. Oh, I'm going to be on Gab a little bit more. So it's called @GetOnGab. We've got Bill. Poor Bill. He was the only one I gave a shout out to the other day. And he's like buried with stuff, and so they are. He's helping out as well. And that's right. He shared a bomb. I can't. I don't know if I can play this or not, but I'm going to just share the link here with you that he is sharing about. He got intel today about the Insurrection Act was already signed by President Trump. Now I am not able to get that verified myself.
Well, that'll be when the deadly wound comes, right? This big insurrection that's coming or whatever. The Insurrection Act. Let's go over it a little bit. The Insurrection Act.
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. The Insurrection Act of 1807 is a United States federal law that empowers the President of the United States to deploy U.S. military and federalized National Guard troops within the United States in particular circumstances.
Okay. It's full throttle, she says. Okay. Definition of insurrection.
Here's the definition of insurrection: a violent uprising against an authority or government.
So Trump's going to start an uprising against the government he's president of because they're going to take him away from being president. All right. Anyway, look at everything that was in that Darko. That was a lot. That was a lot of videos, but we got 2 big dates out of it. Or was it 3? We got 3 dates out of it. We got January 11th. We got January 18th. And we got January 26th. So good stuff. All right. But it was a very slow moving video. Love y'all.